Amachimbos, this is your FIFA fan leader, Gerald, and welcome to Qatar. This is Pitch 7. This is where we're going to be playing Qatar. We will be here making very much noise for you guys. We hope to see you guys in the final. We will be there all your games until you get to the final, making noise until you win the finals, because we believe in you.
Hi everyone. Hi. We are back. The show is called TBR SSF Show, which simply means TBR Solution, the Sports Forum. It is myself and the Man City man. Hey, they are winning, eh?
The happy Man City man.
The man. You won how much against Liverpool, and you didn't win just against the Lidos. You won against the big boys.
Yeah, there was interesting story there. I mean, Liverpool had a goal disallowed, which I thought, you know, they said the guy was coming back from an offside position and possibly interfered with play, but I don't know. I think that goal should have stood actually. And then City missed the penalty, but again, the penalty was a bit soft in my opinion. The impetus of the keeper coming out there, you know, he couldn't. He was sliding, so he interfered with the player. Yes, and yeah, you can say, well, look, he was nowhere near the ball, but hey, but
tell me your honest opinion. How City looks like? Do they look like a team that will challenge the Champions League this season and the championship? Meaning the league in Premier League.
Well, Arsenal on
because
fire at the moment.
Very serious tournaments are those.
Arsenal on fire at the moment. They're still 4 points clear of us now. They drew this weekend, so they slipped up a little bit there. They did slip up a little bit. To be honest with you, we played Liverpool, yes, and we beat them 3-0, so the scoreline is flattering. But Liverpool are not the Liverpool that they were last season. So I think you can read between the lines a little bit there. Do I think Man City challenged the championship? Yeah, I think they've got a chance, but I think Arsenal's the team to beat this year.
But when you look at it, when you look at Man City, are you happy with what Pep has been doing? Remember, it's very difficult to put up a team together after 10 years. After 10 years, you have your Vincent Company. You have so many, so many stars went away, Sergio Aguero, Yaya Toure, and so on. Now you have to rebuild, which is very amazing with Barcelona. The building phase is good, you know, with these young stars. But I think they lack a little bit something. I don't know what is that little bit something. Or a little bit something could be messy.
You know, I think we're the same. Man City are the same. They look good. It's good foundation, but it's not for me quite there to say, you know, that you could say, you know, will they win the Premier League? They'll be up there, but whether they're good enough yet, or whether things will develop during the season, we'll have to wait and see.
Will I be correct? Arsenal are good. Everything is in order now. Is that Arsenal of Arsene Wenger? Because that one I used to enjoy it.
No, Arteta's got a team now. Although, like I said, they slipped up on Saturday. It happens. They've still got a point when all said and done. Same with Man United. You know, we talk about Man United and their recovery. They got another credible draw again at Tottenham. Remember, Tottenham beat Man City 4-1 at home. At the Etihad Stadium.
So it was good. It was good for Man United to hang in on the coach. Arsenal to hang on Arteta. Are they now getting the rewards of that?
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
All right.
I think keep your eyes on Man United. I think they're still coming. Man City, will they win the Champions League? It's
another story.
I don't think so, if I'm honest. If I'm being honest, I don't think they're quite there yet. But I hope I'm wrong. Let's see.
Well, now tell me, Amachita, they've made us proud.
Yes.
Give us the story.
They lost. Amajimbos, actually. Yeah?
Amachimbos, yeah. Amachita is under 20. Amachimbos is under 17.
That's it. They lost against Italy 3-1. But Italian football, it's we know all about the Serie A and what they're capable of. So yes, it was a bit of a setback. I think they went 1-0 up, didn't they? And if I'm not, no, Italy went 1, and then we equalised, and then they scored 2 goals and a potential fourth one there. I think was ruled off, but they're through. They qualified in second place. The rounds are still being played now. The tables are still sorting themselves out, so we don't know who will be playing yet. But we're into the knockout phase, which is good for South Africa.
It's good when you look at the fact that they are going to the next round. It's not easy, man. This is a World Cup. It reminds me what Ronaldo this morning. I don't know whether I saw. Ronaldo Razanero was very emphatic on what Ronaldo said and Piers Morgan. Are these two not making themselves a joke now?
Who's this now?
Piers Morgan and Ronaldo. I think they're making themselves a joke now.
Ronaldo
said he doesn't, it has never been his mission to win the World Cup because the World Cup is a 6 or 7 game tournament. How do you underplay that? Then Ronaldo came strongly, the Brazilian. He said that 7-6 game are very important. He has never played in those 7-6 games. Has he considered that? He has never made an assist in those 7-6 games that he's talking about. Remember, people are looking at the final. It doesn't start there. It's a 4-year program. It starts right from qualifier, running around all over the world and so on. It's, what? I think they made them. Ronaldo is big, is huge, He's a big player. Even Messi really regards Ronaldo as a big player. They asked him not long ago who's the best player. He mentioned Lamine Yamal, all those youngsters. They said, what about Ronaldo? He said, no, I took him out and myself because you are the same player. Now it shows how he respects him. But Ronaldo was, even in that interview, I think he was saying, Messi, I don't know. Ronaldo, man, you know what? You must stop this thing. I don't think they advise him correctly. And it becomes, no, this is his mantra. This is what, no, that's wrong.
Yeah.
That's absolutely wrong.
That can be the difference.
Pardon?
That can be the difference, between players like Ronaldo and Messi. Messi always humble. Ronaldo, maybe he's got too much of a big head on his shoulders.
No, too much ego. And people are surrounding him are afraid to tell him. I heard players who played with him and said immediately after I said, because they were afraid to say Messi is the best. They said immediately after saying that, stopped them. He phoned some of the players. Why are you undermining me? Why? I said, gee, this is really uncalled for. Why are you obsessed with Messi? Allow Messi to play and play.
Then you play your game and let your football do the talking.
Rosario was saying, Ronaldo, the Brazilian, was saying, you know what? There's no debate about it. Messi's got everything. Assist, dribbles, everything. So, of which Ronaldo is not there. I mean, Ronaldo, the Brazilian, had a choice to say, it's me. He has won the World Cup. You see, but he says, no, this guy is on his own class. Well, that's another day. You know me when I talk about Messi. Now, Amachimbo, so they go to the group stage now. Group 32, ne? Then,
presumably, yeah.
Yeah, after group 32 is group 16, then it's quarterfinal, and then it's semi-finals, final. We just wish them good luck. I listened to their coach on Lisseria FM this morning who was saying There are a lot of scouts around the boys. Arsene Wenger was telling that South Africa plays a good football. Arsene Wenger was commenting. He said he knows a lot about South African football, about what he's playing. I think it's a topic today. I want us to talk about this. You know, one of the R words, it's responsibility. We must be responsible. We must be very respectful. We don't have just to do things. You know, Hugo Broos had an interview. I listened keenly to it. A journalist asked him a question. A question is always leading. But let me tell you something. If they continue this way, they're going to diminish their influence. I don't know whether you're following what's happening in the world in terms of media. Social media has taken over. Mainstream media has lost credibility because they spin news, all right? And then if we don't call them to order, they will never stop. He asked, and you could understand where the question was going. They're playing friendly, I don't know, this Friday. Is this Friday or today? Lesotho, just check.
No. Are we talking Bafana?
Yeah, Bafana.
Yeah, they're playing on the 14th against Zambia.
Against Zambia, which is Friday.
It's a friendly.
Which is a friendly.
Yes, you're correct. Friday, yeah. Sure, how time flies, eh?
He has selected the strong squad. They asked him why. He said, "I want to win." There's no friendly in my vocabulary. Let me tell you where this question was going. Why is not selecting Kaizer Chiefs players? Are we still bogged down to that? I can tell you, and you know what? It's very disrespectful for journalists. I'm a Cosmos fan, of course. You are a Man City fan, but I should not hide the truth. I must say the truth as it is. My job is to educate, not to come and make people love Messi. I love Messi. They know that I love Messi. That's me. And Messi will talk in the field of play, not me. All right, I'll speak what he does in the field of play. Now, the question was very leading. And Hugo Broos has already made his decision that that's me, and then maybe I'm wrong. And then you guys there, you may tell us what you think. Hugo Broos said, I want to win. Remember, we said once you win, it works psychologically. And they're winning, it's a friendly, and then they'll be playing now an official game, I think, now in December or so. So he doesn't want to play games. He said, I'm taking serious players because I want to win. That's what I want to do. And then now this journalist said, people are crying out there, right? He said, and then Hugo Broos said, oh, they're crying. I wasn't aware. Then he said, are you not watching at social media? He said, nah, I don't look at what is happening there. It's all sort of nonsense there. That's what he said. Now, the journalist, I'll show you what even the Gold Magazine. I'm disappointed. Let me share it for you. I'm disappointed because these are the people that we get stories from. We rely on them because they're big bosses compared to us, okay? We are small boys. We are small fries. There's an article from Gold Magazine. Look at that heading, Bafana coach labels fans as nonsense.
He didn't say that.
And explains why he can't rely on Chiefs players. I mean, even if you're a Chiefs fan, why don't you allow Hugo Broos speak his mind? He select. My question, I've been saying it all day. I say he's winning. What do you want?
Yeah.
He's winning. What do you want? All right. It's the same thing of Danny Jordan, leadership. Well, I don't know about the governance because I don't follow SAFA like that in terms of governance. But in terms of football, Danny Jordan is doing well. You may not like it. Yes, I'm a Chimbos. They're in the World Cup. So you attribute that to Danny Jordan and his leader and his team. All right. The same with Hugo Broos. He's winning. I don't know, Pete. You can tell me. That is why this mainstream media, we end up not even buying them anymore. Because when you buy them, we'll get lies. We don't want that, you know. And they are suffering when it comes to on the political front. They are really suffering a lot. People don't buy them anymore. That is why they went digital. Because people said, you know what, we are not going to be fair propaganda. Look at that heading. I want your comment.
I don't think he said. I think he said that social media is probably nonsense, and his words have been taken out of context. I think that, to be honest with you. But on this social media and mainstream media scenario, there, some of you or our viewers will not know that if you were a DSTV subscriber, there was always a section where you could go to News 24. Have you noticed that subtly now that that's gone away? I don't know why.
No, it's because of the backlash that they get from the social media. The first News 24, they were also pushing a particular narrative. Now, because of the social media, now they're starting to be responsible.
That's right. Yeah. So it's good. Social media is a bit of a check and balance, basically, for mainstream media now, so that they remain independent. Yeah? And I think that's a good thing for all of us, when all said and done. But I don't think Hugo Broos would have said that.
No. I listened to him. He said, nonsense. I don't follow what is happening there. It's nonsense. That's what he said.
That's right. Yes. But he didn't say those words are taken out.
He didn't say the fans are nonsense. He never said that.
Yes.
But if you look at that heading misleads us. Leads us to say Hugo Broos said we are nonsense. You understand? So, but I'm challenging.
If I'm a Kaizer Chiefs fan now, maybe I'm a little bit upset by the fact that my team's players are not being selected at the moment. But now I see a headline like that, and I'm up from DEFCON 1 to DEFCON 5 now. I'm really upset with Hugo Broos now, because he's saying that we're nonsense, basically, and that's not right. So we must, no, it's not right.
Look at the last game. Many players were from Pirates, and who can deny that? Pirates are playing well.
Oh, they're on fire at the moment.
To a point whereby I think Pirates will give Sundowns money for money, run for their money for the league title this year. And Chiefs, they're not bad.
Chiefs, I was going to say, let's not realize.
Chiefs, they're not bad. They're coming. But let us not push narrative as media people. We are not even professionals. And I expect them to be more professional than us. Sure. There is what we call Audi Pataram. Give other people an opportunity, the other side of it. So maybe if they want to challenge us, they can tell us. I think the storm started with Thembinkosi Lodge. Thembinkosi Lodge is doing very, very well in Saudi. Tell me the story, Pete.
Yeah, well, according to what's circulating at the moment now, he helped Wayad AC claim top spot in the Moroccan Pro 1 League with a 2-1 victory over Safi, I think they're called, at Stadium. Yeah, so he's scoring again. So we all, he went through difficult times, I think, Lodge, in the past. And if you listen to Hugo Broos, and that was an interview where it was discussed, I can't remember where I saw it there. He said, when it comes to Lodge, he said a couple of years ago, he said he looked at him, but he wasn't playing well. And then he gave other players opportunity, and he overlooked him and all that sort of thing. He said he says no, he's playing better now these days, and he said just as he left him out the last time, and he's now playing better, doesn't mean to say he won't be considered in the future. But at the moment now, he's not featuring now because well, like it's a bit. This is a little bit like the Kaizer Chiefs scenario now. He's got an established squad that are winning. So, I get it. He wants to maintain that winning impetus. And if you really look between the lines here, he said something to the effect that he wants to improve world standing, for AFCON. He wants us down to 9th, I think we were at one stage. He says we need to be in the top 10, if not 9th, where we were before. So he said, there's no such thing as a friendly. We want to win this game. Yeah. So
and we spoke about this
right.
several times to say, you know what, mentally, psychologically, if you don't win, it will affect you. All right.
It will.
Yeah. Well, guys, tell us what's your take about articles such as that. Listen to Hugo Broos. You know, there was the storm around Jomo Sono and what's the name again? Patrick Maswanga about number 10. You know, I took 1.5 hours listening to the entire press conference of Jomo. Jomo was not talking about Maswanga. The journalists were pushing him.
Yeah.
What do you think about Maswanga? He said, what? They said, what do you think about number 10? But Jomo, if you know Jomo, Jomo is a guy full of humor. He always makes joke. All right, I said no. He even said, even at Paris, number 10, it was me. It was not the number that was playing. It was me playing. And I'm saying it, I've seen Jomo. To me, there's no player in that category in this country. People who are coming close to that, it's Asian Swelling, Teenage Lada, Dog Kumalo. But that guy was at another level. And he said it himself. He said what I know. He said, who would be on form for the whole season? Only one game or so. And it's true. So, and then they took it out of context and so on. You know, because people rely on getting the news from them. I like what Fabrizio Romano said. Fabrizio Romano has collapsed all the major media houses. Your Sky Sports, we all follow him. He said in the past, it used to be the one who breaks the news first. He said, I changed my strategy. I said, I'm not going to do that. I will wait. And then he befriended everybody. He said there was one player that gave him a break, who whispered into his ear that I'll be going. And a big name. He started with that story, and it was a real story. He said, I'll check and recheck the news. As I talk today, if Fabrizio has never said it, no one listens to you. We all wait for Fabrizio, even the big boys. So ESPN, they quote him, Fabrizio Romano said. If Fabrizio Romano said, and the players themselves, they trust Fabrizio. Your Messi, they'll go to Fabrizio because they see that this guy is the guy that can be trusted. You tell him he's not going to spill out whatever that went on between you and him. You know, I don't know whether journalists look at that. They must look themselves at the mirror. One of our words is reflect and review. The other good news that I need to share, Carling Cup, what is this? This team, they played well. Man of the match was in Lonzo Pirates going to the final. And then he won himself 100,000. He's a former Pirates player, and he's also a former player for Marumo. And then, so he's back there. And then now this is the final. Let me see. Can you see that, Pete? The final between Orlando Pirates.
There we go.
And Marumo.
On the 6th of December.
Yeah, can you read that
December? Yeah. The final is on Saturday, the 6th of December, at the Peter Makabe Stadium. So we look forward to that final there. It's going to be a good one, I believe.
Yeah,
but
Pirates
I think this is going to be. I think Maruma are going to have to play really well to beat Pirates. I think.
Do you think Maruma will cause an upset?
No, no, I don't think so.
You see, my word with Pirates, man. Sometimes they are not consistent, but this year they've shown a lot of consistency. This year they've shown a lot of consistency, and that's the way to go, you know. And it shows that Dr. Koza is doing well. Remember, he's the one who said, I buy players. Yours is to coach. But he's doing well. And having said that, let me just tell you the good news. Dr. Koza is doing absolutely well. PSL, the international, AGM, they have made a profit. Yeah? Business is about making a profit. They've made a profit of 2.2 million, but they've gone down hugely, okay, from 33.9 million to 2.2 million. But the key factor, there is a profit. Remember, businesses these days is tough. It's tough for everyone, all right? So at least they still make 2.2 million. There was an increase in terms, they are now a 1 billion rand business now, with all the sponsors that they're getting due to Dr. Ivan Khoza. And then teams apparently, you know, they get close to 60 million rand per annum. In terms of the league in Africa, we are the best. We are doing well. We are doing exceptionally well. We don't have millionaires like in Saudi Arabia, but we are doing exceptionally well. So I say big up to Dr. Khoza for that. Big up to because it also spills over to the Bafana. Big up to Danny Jordan. And then apparently they insist that we need to continue to use local boys in the Motsepe Cup. And Brad David Tidiela, boss of Black Leopards, I think he want that team to be scrapped. The thinking behind, they say we need to feed the national squad so that, I don't know, tell me what you think about it. In England, remember in England, there are strict rules. You don't just go and play in England.
No. I'm not sure what those rules are, but development. It's a whole story about development again. Saubrey. You know, feed your, you know, if you look at Australia and their sport, their development in sport, cricket, rugby, well, even football to a degree, but not so much. You know, these guys, they have such a system of developing players, young players, and bringing them through the ranks. So it's 100% correct call that, because the future is the young, the young players.
Some people are complaining that the PSL, sorry to cut you short, we don't have local, the goalkeepers are foreigners. And people are saying, are you not putting the Bafana into, and this journalist was also quoting Brendan Peterson for Kaiser Chiefs, okay? Are you saying, should we take out Williams? Williams has been #1 in Africa. In Africa, all right? Yes, he'll have one or bad 2 games, but come on, man. People should, you know, be serious, man. Be serious. Yeah, so that kind of a thing. Yeah, as you say, in England, what I know, there is a quota. You don't just go to England. You should have proven how many national caps do you have before you can play in England. The reason why, that is why English team or English league is the best in the world, is the tough in the world, is because that criteria has made things difficult for people to just go in and play over there. So that's what I was saying. So do you also agree that PSL has done well? Safa by saying, no, under 11 guys, groom the boys.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, no, we must just keep it up, and
then
as we look at the under 17s, I mean, you know, hats off so far. Yeah, they're doing well, and they're going to go into a different. They're going into a different phase now, where they're playing a different level. So the higher you know, the closer you get to the final, you know, the tougher the competition becomes. So you want to be playing at that level. And that's the level that we you know, we need to attain. Is that that top level?
Brade came up with this statement. This is worrying. Can you see this? He's worrying.
Yeah.
He said he asked sports minister to engage with the issue of Manto Madlala. Manto Madlala is the CEO, the owner of Golden Arrows. The 10-year stint as a PSL CEO. Now, Brade is asking the government because he's asking the minister. All right? What's your take about this?
leave the minister to do ministerial things, and the PSL must actually sort their own order there. You see, the thing is, this sport and politics don't really belong together. They, the minister's job, in my opinion at least, is to make sure that, they create an environment for the right things to happen within the league, but not to intervene. Remember, we had that session the other day where the minister he said something. I can't remember.
Yeah.
He said something.
He said you'll reign in Danny Jordan. He said, how is it going to happen? I can't remember, but he was clever. The way he said it, he was not bothering along the lines of interference.
Do you remember?
Just commenting.
Do you remember? Do you remember the FIFA ruling where they say that I think it's a FIFA ruling that they say politics mustn't interfere with the PSL or FIFA or whatever the case may be, SAFA, etc., because then that becomes an issue where that particular football league can come into problems. It was something, I can't remember exactly what it was now, but so for me, it's wrong to actually ask the minister to get involved in. The league must sort out their own stuff.
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
Okay, all right. The minister.
And what do you think?
No, look, Brade, you know what? It's like a crybaby, and I hate crybabies. You can't fight the fight, your battle. Now you want to invite other people to fight for you. While I was still a teacher, because I was also involved in teacher politics, that would be my strong point. I knew that when you fight, you'll be alone. So all the time when I fight, I would fight alone. But I would put my things in order. Make sure that when I go for the fight, I'm not going to lose it. And I guess what?
The thing is, facts. Get the facts right. I mean, facts speak for themselves.
Guess what?
Nobody can criticize facts.
Yeah, I got shocked one day. I was working in Benoni. They were saying to me, "What are you doing in Tembisa?" And it's after I've left Tembisa, after a while. I said, "What?" He said, "Hey, everybody was scared of you there." I know the Minister of Labor at some point was campaigning that I should be the chairperson of the branch in Tembisa. Because I knew how to fight, I wouldn't invite anyone. I would share news and say, this is what I think, But if you don't agree with me, I'm not going to invite anyone to come and say, hey, come and fight with me, I'll fight my fights, in my own way. Yeah. So that would be something that I would always do at all times and say, you know what, this is the fight. And then I'm going to take it head on. I'm not going to, beat about the bush.
No, you're right.
And then, like I said, Pete, it's being honest. Like now, we have just said about this, because a lot of people are afraid to talk about it. They will discredit it. Fine, they can discredit us. I have an opinion, they have their opinion. All right. So, but I'm saying that's irresponsible. Go out there and insinuate that I don't know Hugo Broos. That Hugo Broos has look, he understands that his head is on the line. Who's going to be fired after that?
That's right.
It's him. All right. And like you're saying, if you are a respecting Chiefs fan, I don't think you'll encourage this thing. I like Doc Kumalo. Doc Kumalo is always sober. Irrespective of his favors, he's from Chiefs. He's a Chief legend. But Doc Kumalo will say his mind. If he doesn't like something, he'll say it. But he'll say it, I'm a Chiefs. Like you and me, we are saying, I'm Cosmos, But But I'm not happy that I don't know whether Vela or what. I don't see even my team playing. So, just like that,
Sure.
Yeah. So those are some of the things. Pete, let's move on with the story. Let's go to the Messi special. And then, this guy, I don't know where to start. When you talk Lionel Messi. But guess what? 2 nights ago, he made a surprise visit to Camp Nou. Yeah, may play, that would be out. That would be lovely. To Camp Nou. And then, he went there because apparently they're playing in Spain. I was not even aware. So they said he went there midnight. And then he didn't call the management of the team. He called the people who are busy with the stadium. Now, they're getting a call from Messi, don't make a plan.
Sure.
So those guys, they called the management of the team to say Messi wants to come and view the stadium. So what's your take? So apparently they said, no, it's fine. He can go. Yeah. So Lamine Yamal and this is what he said. This is, what? It touches somebody's heart when he says, I could only mean one thing. Oh, no, this is some people, I took it on on Facebook. He said, I'm deeply touched. This is where I felt I was home. He still loved Barcelona. Yes. And then I hear stories say, Galatasaray want him, Chelsea want him. And I say to you, as I was saying, Pete, he went to the Camp Nou. He said, this is where I feel I was at home. It shows the love that he has. And people sometimes misconstrue Messi. That is why I believe that if Messi goes to any other team, it's Man City. Because of Pep. All right. Now remember, this guy refused huge money from Saudi Arabia because the decision was taken by his family that we love Miami, we want to go there. I don't know whether you want to say something. If there's any team for me, it's my opinion, I may be wrong. You maybe as a Man City man, you may disagree with me. It's Man City. We'll never go to any other team because Messi wants to be treated well. And we hear rumors that there are now clashes between him and Mascherano. I said Mascherano is trading on the serious waters because they'll fight. They only think twice. I don't know. What do you want to say?
Oh, well, talking of Miami and Mr. Messi, I see they beat Nashville. Remember we were talking about the playoffs?
Yeah.
They played that third game that now qualifies them for the next round. I guess you could call it the semi-final of the Eastern Conference. And the score was 4-0 and Mr. Messi scored 2 goals in that game.
For that game, for me, what was significant, Suarez was not playing. And I was asking myself, where is he going to get the assist? It shows that this guy is something else. He can defy the odds. I watched the game. Hey, he was determined. It was the game of lifetime for him. He wanted to win this game. And I enjoyed. Well, and many people were like surprised. Even David Beckham said, this guy, I don't understand. Remember I said to you that David Beckham said, this guy is going to play. I'm not going to allow him to retire. He's going to play. Why? But I've seen he says now he's thinking of business now. Yes, Pete?
Well, the thing is you remember this old story of when this playoffs have been concluded. There's a closed season basically for the MSL. And, you said if he was going somewhere, it'd be Man City. But I think from a financial perspective, remember the club sort of like do a whole lot of promoting and marketing and what have you for the following seasons and what's coming up there. And you know, from a MSL perspective, he's going to have to juggle really nicely if he's going to, play elsewhere for that close period, and complete his financial obligations, if you like, for the MSL. So he'll be traveling quite a bit, if from wherever to wherever, in order to make his, the both things work, if it is going to be that way. So yeah, we will see.
No, but you know what? Jomo used to do it an ace. There was a year in 1980, I can't remember that. I can't forget that one. Jomo is the only player on this planet who won Player of the Year in 2 countries. 1980, you won Player of the Year in Canada. You won Player of the Year in South Africa. Just for 3 months. So because of that 3 months, 4 months, that there is a break. Then he says he wants to keep fit. That he wants the challenge, a serious game. And for him, it's not about money. It's about the surroundings. I say, because, Pep does not mince his word. He says, if there's any person that I don't tell him anything, it's Messi. The rest of you are not Messi. I'll instruct you. If you don't want, just leave. I think it was Haaland. Haaland said, this guy, he's so obsessed. He once said, are you Messi? He said, how can you ask me such a question? He said, if you're not Messi, shut up.
I think the other thing, Saubrey, as well, with this potential move, if there is to be one during close season, would be managing his fitness and, his potential for injury now being 38. So MSL will be concerned about that. They don't want him to obviously get badly injured, but he'll be playing at the top level. You see, the thing is, I think Messi wants to play Champions League during that period.
Yeah,
that's what I
want. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. There are 2 teams that we're getting. It's Man City and Barcelona. But the problem with Barcelona has put a very strict condition. Said as long as Laporta is there, I'm not coming. I don't know how they're going to bypass that one. But apparently they're going to elections, and that may cause what's the name? Laporta presidency. And the other thing that I wanted to say, Pete, is I like the fact that this guy is a man of principle.
Yes.
Very principle. If you believe in something, he does it. His father, when David Beckham related story, said, we went to his father. His father said, no, it's not my decision, it's his decision. But David Beckham was very clever. He said, no, we went to his father. Because you show a sign of respect. I go to the father and speak to the father. We all know that the person who will have much influence is the wife. But David Beckham was so principled to say, I can't go to his wife. I'll go to his father. Either his father or his mom. But his father has played a major role. Remember, when he went to Spain, he went with him. This is when they landed in Spain because they're playing friendly there. That's how he went to go and watch, what do you call, to go and watch to go and see what's happening at Camp Nou. I want to show Lamine Yamal where he said, you know what, had I knew that he's there, I would have camped outside and wait for him until he arrives, It shows the respect that he has for him. I think it's here. I'm sure you can read it. Can you see that?
A little bit bigger. A bit more. And then just bring it down a bit.
Can you see?
No, I can read it just about now.
Can you see? Can you read it?
I can.
Okay, read it.
Okay. It says here, actually, I don't know Messi visited Camp Nou yesterday. If I knew, I would have sat at the door and waited for him, even if he lost the game against Celta Vigo. Lol. He's the real owner of that stadium because of the memories he left there. I hope he surprises us all by shooting up some practice, especially if we have an important game right after. That would be great, motivator. And of course, we would win. Messi is the best player of all time, and history recognized this before anyone.
That shows the respect that he holds him. Yeah, he holds him in high regard. So
sure.
that's Lionel Messi. Pete, thank you so much, my brother. I really appreciate. And I would like to say to people who are a financial company, one of the things that we do, we sell books. If you want a book that teaches about money, we normally share them, but today time is against us. That's why we didn't share them. You can also join our program, the mentoring program. We call it a membership club because it's always good to be mentored. Yeah, and then that is why Messi has started this thing in Miami. He's trying to mentor. They're trying to discover a new Messi. And it's good because he's not selfish. He could have said, "No, let me focus on my children." One of them should be Messi, and to me, and that's it. There are a lot of similarities between Messi and Jomo. Jomo was just like that. Pirates were composed of people that he recruited. That's how good he was. That is why even today he's one of the best scouts in South Africa. He has made a lot of money out of selling players with his connections. And he had also business brains. So Messi said now he's thinking serious about business now. And then because they invited him for a business summit, and even the game when they played, Ivanka Trump was the daughter of Trump. They were all going crazy after he scored those 2 goals, as usual. People went crazy. Then he gave his mom his shirt that he was playing with. It was a nice thing to see. Pete, thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
I really appreciate. And you tell us what's your take about the journalist who goes out there pushing their own narrative instead of educating us. Okay, if you want Chiefs players to play, say it. 1992, 1996, it was full of Chiefs. No one was complaining.
I did see, just before we go, Saubrey, I did see one, I think it was on MSN, where one of the guys said basically, if you're a Chiefs supporter, or what Chiefs should focus on now is continuing their improved performance.
Finish.
And challenging, for that title and other, accolades. He said, and then what would happen naturally is that, Bafana would then see, and you would be up there. In other words, you're justifying your position within the national team by the results elsewhere. Yeah. And we have seen a massive improvement with Chief. Let's just hope it continues.
Let me tell you something of the tweet that I saw. The way people are so obsessed. One was saying, "No, we know Hugo Broos applied to be a coach at Kaizer Chiefs 2018. He never made it. Then he's got an agenda against Chiefs." I don't see that.
No, I don't see
I see Hugo Broos making his own decision. Look, I'm one of the people I was asking myself, especially with Themba Zwane. All right? But I always come back and say, but he's winning. What else do I want? It's like Avin Khoza, the statement of saying, I buy players, you coach. But he's doing well. What is my problem? You understand?
Well, he's leaving. Hugo Broos is leaving at the end of the World Cup. So maybe a topic of conversation for one of the future meetings, who's likely or who we'd like to see, as his replacement. And
say it, Pete.
Who's likely to be his replacement, and shouldn't we be somehow upskilling or whatever you want to say, or preparing that person for a smooth transition?
He has already said, we spoke about this, Helman Mukalela, whose assistant should take over.
There you
I
go.
have nothing against Helman Mkelele, but I would have preferred Pitso.
Well, let's hear what
That's
the fans.
me. I would
Let's
prefer
hear what the
Pitso.
viewers say. Let's hear what the viewers say.
Yeah. What you guys are thinking. We should take over from Hugo Broos. And then, you know what I like about Pitso? He's just like Hugo Broos. He's so arrogant. No one will challenge him. And that's it. We want somebody, no-nonsense coach. Our coach will listen to others and say, Ngane, Nkelele, we call him Ngane. That was his nickname. Ngane is very soft, man. But I don't know, maybe he don't judge the book by its cover, Yeah. So he suggests that we should allow Ngane to continue with the team. His question is, he's clear. He said, what would have been the point of having Ngane as his assistant if he doesn't take over? Moreover, we saw it with Queiroz, the Brazilian. When he left, he said Pitso should take over. And we saw what happened. So maybe, had Pitso, I would have loved him to be the coach. But that's what the coach is saying. But another thing that gives me a break, that gives me a hope, Nane and Pitso, they know each other very well. They played at Cosmos. I don't think there will be a problem to work together. Because Pitso is fight, Nane is too soft. Maybe Pitso will be there to fight. And then, well, that's my opinion. Right? As you said, viewers, what do you think? Who should take over when Hugo Broos leaves? Give us your opinion. We should take over. I don't know, Pete, what do you think? We should take over.
I will reserve judgment on that one, Saubrey. We'll wait and see. But that Pitso would be a good replacement, I'm sure. I'm sure. I'm not so sure about the assistant coach now. It's now. I don't know his history. I'd have to look that one up a little bit and get in line a bit there.
Remember, you at Man City, ne? Arteta was there. I think it was.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Who recommended him? Was it not Guardiola who recommended him to join Arsenal?
I'm not sure,
I've seen something like that. But we
I
know
think it was
he has always been having a link with Arsenal.
Yes.
Because remember, Wenger had always been grooming.
But he played.
Yeah, he played there.
Arsenal.
He played under Wenger. And Wenger said it during that time that this one is a future coach.
Well, he's doing really well now. Yeah. I mean, Arsenal fans must be smiling. But you know what? They've been knocking at the door for 3-4 seasons now. Maybe this is their year. We'll have to see.
Let's hope and see.
He'll be up against Pep anyway, so
yeah.
I think when they go head to head there, I think that might be a great game.
Yeah, that would be nice. I know Sbuza, a young man who used to work with me here. He loved Arsenal. He loved it. And he used to love Fabregas, So yeah, he'll be angry when I say I don't know who. He'll want me to say Arsenal. Yes, of course. During the Wenger was Arsenal, man. But now they are not playing the football that I like. I like Barcelona. They're coming up, but okay, Inter Miami, without no question. I always watch Messi. There's no doubt about that. Pete, thank you so much. Much appreciated. Yeah. And viewers, tell us who do you think will take over after Hugo Broos. Thank you so much.
Cheers, viewers.
All right, bye. Hi, everyone. I'm sure you are already in the year 2025. And then you're asking yourself, what are you going to do? Some of you have been working for many years, and then now you're contemplating of either resigning or going on retirement. And it looks scary. You're not sure what are you going to do, how are you going to survive, you're worried about your pension, and so on and so on. Especially if you're a GPF member at the age of 55 and above, and you are in those situations. You are thinking, what's going to happen? Remember, the most important thing You need to think about how can you save the little that you have, in terms of how do you avoid penalties, because when you retire earlier than 60, you'll be penalized. How can you avoid that? Not to be penalized, not even a cent. You also want to make sure that you maximize in terms of the taxation. But get me right, tax applies to everyone. But you want to make sure that you are tax as little as you can. And you want to do all those things. You need somebody who's skilled, somebody who's trained to deal with finance, because tax avoidance is allowed. Because when you avoid tax, you use the tax law. Now, if you want to do that, to make sure that you save as much as you can, don't hesitate. Contact us, TBR Solution, or the BigR Financial Services, an authorized financial service provider. And then just say, please, I want you to assist me. I want to go out. So come and share knowledge with me. Now, no obligation. You don't have to make any obligation. Just listen to the facts. After listening to the facts, make a decision. Can listen to us, can listen to others, then so that you're exposed to various information, so that when you make a decision, it's an informed decision. Now, my name is the Saubrey Boyz Walefatshe from TBR Solution. Here I'm representing the BigR Financial Services, an authorized financial service provider. If you want to know how to get hold of us, just look at the WhatsApp number, drop us your contact via WhatsApp. We'll therefore come back to you. I thank you.